What's going on, guys? We're here with another video on the GROM. It's a bit damaged, as you've seen from the last video. So in this video I'm going to talk about my first bike and my experience with my first bike. I have a bike license for a long time and I've been riding bikes for a long time. I think it's about 10 years now, and my first bike was ZX6 J year. I think that's 2000 to 2002 model. It had 115 horsepower, 600 cc, 4-cylinder, 4-stroke fuel. No, it was carbureted and made a brilliant noise, to be honest. It was a really nice bike to ride. I love that bike. I mean, I did start on that bike, that's what I learned on, but I think that I could have started on something a little bit smaller, to be honest, because I did drop that bike a few times. I mean, you're gonna drop your first bike, it doesn't really matter what you're gonna own, but you know, if it's bigger, heavier, faster, you can get a bit hurt than if you would have a slower, lighter bike. So I did drop it a few times, like I said. Uh, you know, the classic drop where you stop and you just drop the bike from a standstill. That happened to me, I think, 3 times with that bike. I had a few spills. Once I just lost the rear end in a parking area. I wasn't really going fast, but I just accelerated and the rear just went. Cold tire just started the bike. The bike just went down and started sliding in the parking lot. It did knock the wind out of me, so I did have a bit of pain in my chest, but either than that, it was just the bike. Had a few scuffs, a few broken things, obviously, and the worst one that I had was I was riding outside of the city and I wasn't going quick. I think I was going like 40 miles per hour. It was a narrow road and it was a quite quick left. Someone merged, and because it was a really tight road, when they merged they didn't stay in their lane, so they came into my lane. Because they came into my lane, I had to basically get up from the lean to not to hit the car, and then I just went straight into the gravel and grass. Obviously the car driver didn't stop. He just, I know that he knows what happened, but he probably didn't want the blame, and he just drove off. But that was the worst one. But it's just part of owning a bike. I mean, there are bikers out there that didn't really have any, you know, bad accidents, bad crashes. I mean, I don't think my crashes were that bad, but some people go through worse things, worse crashes. But like I said, that's the bike that I started on. You can start on a bike that's that's all right. Come on, dude, come on. And to be honest with you, because I had that bike, I did get in a lot of trouble, probably a bit more trouble than I would have gotten if I had a smaller CC bike. So I do recommend, to be honest with you, getting something smaller as your first bike. Not necessarily a 125, but 250 or 300. It's not necessarily the skill that gets you in trouble, but obviously you do not have the skill to ride properly because you just got your license and you're riding a 600cc bike. You're gonna get in trouble, you might crash. But what I'm talking about is the fact that if you get in trouble with the law, if you have a higher capacity engine, the more you want, the speed is intoxicating, so you want to go quick. So you will get in trouble with the law. And then if you do have a crash, because obviously your bike is capable of going really quick, that crash could be bad. So if you don't have experience, you should go with a bike that's a bit slower. That's my personal opinion. So my first bike, as all my other bikes that I owned, I bought it as a, well, not as a cat end because there's no such thing there, but I did bought it damaged, then I fixed it. This GROM is actually the only bike that I bought from new, and I think it's gonna get the most amount of abuse that I ever gave a bike. Could have gone. That's it for this episode, guys. Please subscribe, like and comment, and see you on the next one.